can be done different ways. Like Miss Linda was showing her, you can do box pleats. You're going to fold them a certain way. This is another way you do a pleat. Now look, make sure if you forget to put those notches, go back. See, I didn't put my notches right there, but I'm going to need them when I get ready to match the sleeve up. This is just for the shoulder. This one is going to let me know where to match up the collar. And this is the side, okay? So if you didn't notch it, you see I just snip it? Okay. So watch here, it says to stitch right there to make my pleat. You know how you see the pleats in the back of a jacket? And then you say, well, how far over? So I can mark that. If I snip that right there, or just hold my little finger or trace it, I'll know just where, how wide to make that. And it's just as simple as just stitching it straight down. Back check it because you don't want it to come loose.
You got a lot of songs to do for Easter?
Ooh, I'm doing prom stuff now.
Ooh.
Look at the little pleat now.
Wow.
Now, if I want that pleat to open, I'm going to fold it out. See how that's folded out? When you're doing some pleats, you can flip them over that way, and it's going to give it that look. But if I want it to kind of, yeah, I'm going to open it out where that notch is. See that here? And now, if I had my iron, you would see where it will lay. It'll lay differently, like that.
Yeah.
So see, it makes a difference. So I'll go back and tack this just because I want it to stay. Just right there. That's good enough. You see that?
Yep.
And then when you press that down, see, it'll be
So it
like,
looks like the top is inside.
yeah. Isn't that cute? All right, so watch this. See, and you just start rolling from this point on. You just rolling it. If you got everything already cut. Now, what if I didn't have these pieces already cut? I got my notches on here. But if you don't have everything cut, you're going to be jumping up and down. Jumping up and down. You already know that you got to stitch it 5/8 of an inch. So it's telling me to go ahead across the shoulders now. Now watch this. You don't have to cut and snip every single time you stop. Just go ahead and line that up. Look at this. This is how I'm rolling in my sewing roll. If I get it cut out, oh man, I'm good to go.
So in 30 minutes, you'll be finished soon.
Look at here. It's almost a jacket, right?
Yeah, a couple more.
Just a couple more shapes. I'm gonna take a shortcut in a second and show you. You keep your seams lined up. See that? Just let it roll. That foot is going to feed. You just want to keep those edges together. Notice I'm back-tacking all the starts and stops.
Yeah.
Now, if I had the iron, I would be pressing these out as I go. That's a little bitty armhole, right? So what's going to happen now, I will do the other side. Let me go ahead and do this side, and then I'm going to show you how to fit in the sleeve. And facing, y'all know what a facing is?
No.
Okay, let me show you what a facing does. I went ahead and prepared it before I got here. You know where it tells you, I told you about the interfacing? Yeah, the stabilizer. Okay. So what I did was I put, what I did was I put the interfacing on the facing. And look at there. See what I mean? When you get it cut out, you can just roll with it. Now you see these raw edges here?
Yeah.
So you want these to have a nice finish too, right? So on that guide sheet, where does it say? This gives me to the facing neck. See where it says interfacing?
Mhm.
So when you do all your cutting, you cut out your interfacing also. And then before you sit down and start sewing, you go ahead and, where is it? Go ahead and apply the interfaces to the pieces that you need it to go on. Let me find them. Here's the sleeve. Okay. Now this goes down the front of the jacket. Cut 2 of the fabric, cut 2 of the interfacing. So you want to pay attention to these little pieces when you're cutting so that you can see, oh, okay, I need interfacing for this. The interfacing goes on the facing. Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is the front interfacing. Then there's this little piece that goes around the neck. That's the back interfacing. And if you notice, you cut the interfacing the same as you cut the fabric. I've already pressed that interfacing on there. Look at that. Pass that around. Mm-hmm. So all I gotta do is stitch it on. I pressed it on, and that's why I like fusible interfacing, because I don't like to sew it. You can buy interfacing that you sew on, and some fabrics you probably are better to use the sew on interfacing. But I don't know what that is. Okay. So see my little facing? Okay. That's the piece. And it tells you on there to cut the interfacing and cut the faces. Cut the fabric. Okay? Now, the dress is a little bit different as far as putting the interfacing on than the jacket. Let's put this over there. Okay? So here we got the, and it's got a little collar. I like the little collar. Yeah, see the collar? See, I did the interfacing for the collar too. See that? So, let's run that around. Well, maybe I'll wait. I want to show you. I'll come back for that collar. How much time I got? Oh, I got enough time to show you how to put the sleeve in. Well, let me show you how to put the facing together. Okay. It tells me to put the collar together, which actually goes on before the facing. But this is for the dress. Those are for the dress. We'll say that for the next time. Are y'all getting anything?
Not too much.
Not too much? But when you look at it, it'll come right to you. Now, if you know this piece right, and I'm just following that step by step. So what I want you to see is that when you get your pattern for your pants, you can go step by step. It won't be as many steps as this.
When you start sewing, and like you, that already know everything, you don't need patterns for everything you make, right? You just go ahead and cut them.
If it's like a skirt or pair of pants, I already know, cut it out, put the darts, and
What about
then
a dress? Do you still use the pattern?
shoulder, side, sleeve. It's usually the same little pattern. So you shoulder, side. If it's got darts, you're going to do your darts first. Shoulder, side, sleeve. Then you go start with your hem. If it's got pockets and all that, then you're going to do your darts, your pockets. You know, you do all the extra stuff. Then you put the main part together. See how I just did that? I did the pocket. Then you want to do the pocket. If you have pockets, you want to put those on while you can lay that, you know, the piece down flat and work on it. Now see, if I try to put this pocket on after I've sewn up all that stuff right there, yeah.
Are you going to that fabric town?
If you do that, then that's, you know, it's harder to get to. So sometimes I just sit there. Now, if I'm doing a bunch of them, say like you want to make your little kid a wardrobe, then you sit down and do all the facing, do all your facing, do all your pockets. Especially if it's the same thing, you do all the same things for each one, and then make your little bundle. But what I want you to see today is little techniques on how you do your pocket. So you can practice that little pocket. Did you get that? She got it. She went through the whole
Why
thing.
do they stop making 60? Everything now is 45. What, I mean...
If you're in the cotton, you have to go over by where they have go over by where it says bottom weight fabric, where they have linen light fabric, or your interlock fabric. The interlock is almost like this,
Okay.
but it's more, let's see, interlock is hers, like a jersey interlock. When you
For
look,
me, this fabric is really hard to work with because I was kind of
Yeah, it rolls.
It rolls so
Yeah.
much. It
Yeah.
was hard.
now what you can do, get some, heavyweight starch, spray
Mhm.
starch,
Um,
and spray it.
I just got my iron like 2 days ago. I never ironed, and we moved like the second week of the class. So I
Yeah,
forgot to
so you still try to find
Yeah.
stuff. Isn't that annoying? You can, but if you spray it, that'll kind of stabilize it so it'll be still. It'll be still
Because it
for
was
you.
just jumbling and everything.
Yes, it'll do that. So, but it's a nice fit when you get it.
I like this, because it's airy, it's
Yeah.
loose, you know.
But they have like the jersey and rayon and chalice.
oh, they got one? Oh,
Yes, chalice.
yeah.
It's really nice.
Oh.
So, and they have all that, and it is 6 inches wide.
Oh.
Now look at this, I'm gonna serge this,
Mhm.
but you see, this goes around the neck, but I'm gonna wait till next week and I'll show you how that goes on. See, that's gonna go around there like that. But I'll wait because I need to put the collar on. Let's see. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Once I put it on, see you put the right size together. This will be like with your blouses, your coats, anything you need a facing on. The right sides are gonna go on together. You stitch around there. Then when you flip it over,
It's going to show like
Yeah.
that, huh?
this will be on the inside like that.
Gotcha.
That professional look.
Yes, and you can put your label right there.
Yeah.
So I might do that and show y'all a picture of it just to speed up the time. But you see this little sleeve? All your sleeves, cap sleeves, you got a little circle on each side. Mhm.
That's my problem when I go to the store now. Everybody be making cap sleeves.
A little set in.
The little piece of sleeves up here,
Uh-huh.
and then everybody don't want that.
Let me know
Some people
if
don't
it's
have skinny arms.
So-
You can't find no sleeve now, you know.
But what I usually go for, make sure that you got the
Fabric
front
that
notch.
match like a dress.
See that front notch?
Camo.
And that's the
Camouflage.
notches for the back. It's 2 of them. The back is always 2 notches. The front is 1 notch. Then you got this one at the very top. This one at the very top is gonna line up with the center of the shoulder. That seam right there? So if you got your notches on there, now these little notches I don't really pay that much attention to because they're just kind of for making sure you get it pinned in right. But that front and the back, you got to make sure that you stitch the front to the back. Now with this, you see where it says gather?
Mm-hmm.
So you will gather, let's see where it tells you to gather. I usually gather between the notches. Sometimes you can gather between these little circles. Let me see if that's where it's telling you. It's between the notches. See on here?
Mhm.
Right on that picture. So when you're looking at those pictures, you'll see what you're looking at. And it's good. You can do that while you got the sleeve before you sew it, together on the sides.
You know which one you're looking at? That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the gather, and sometimes it's called an ease stitch, remember? So I'll put that on the loosest stitch, which is 10 on this machine. When it says gather between the notches, so I'm coming right around here between the front notch and the back notch and stop. And it's not stitching because the machine, it jumped out again. I don't know what's up with this. I'm gonna have to retire this one, get me another one. But you're gonna stitch it between the front notch and the back notch. Let's see here. Yeah, this one is a little bit detailed, but I think you all could handle this because it's not, it's not that deep. You just make sure that you got it on the loosest stitch, because you're gonna have to pull that stitch. There is a foot that you can get that would do it, but in this case, you wanna do it by hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Two
I don't
rows.
looking
I
at
like
that
that.
foot.
because I remember that.
The two, gathered?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had to do that. Loom it.
Yeah, that's how you did your sleeve.
Right.
Amelia, you haven't done it yet, have you? Unless I'm calling you Amelia.
I remember.
That's right.
Amelia?
Mm-hmm. Amelia? Yeah.
Renee, Valentina. Right.
She gives it Tina.
Tina.
Okay. You see my two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got my 2 rows. Now I can come and I can stitch this down. Now remember, you're pressing as you go, right?
Mhm.
Press these seams as you go, so when you get it finished, you'll have to go back and try to get up in here with the iron and all that. But since I don't have my iron, look at that. And you don't have to be all stressed out when you're sewing, because you already know where you're going. This thing is just, check your stitches and stuff. When it's acting crazy, check it as you go. Now watch this.
That's the sleeve.
See that little sleeve?
Mm-hmm.
For either person. Remember that notch at the top?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the one, I did snip the little one. I don't never really pay those too much attention, but the front and the back, see the front is 1, the back is 2. So when I hold up this jacket, right, I first pin it the right sides together. Is that the back? Yeah. See the back?
Mm-hmm.
See my notches there? Open that seam up. Open that seam. Spread it out. Now look at there.
They measure right
It's gonna fall right on that up under there. Right here, it's gonna fall right in place. Now notice I do my pin with the fabric over the pin
Mhm.
on the sleeve side, okay? Now I'll pin it out equally, going from side to side at the bottom first. You see that? See how my notches are coming together?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna shift, once I get the center under the arm and those 2 notches, the front and the back, I'm gonna make sure I open up this seam. And that's just to keep it from being bulky and it'll lay down real nice. Now that one in the center, so once you line that up, then you're gonna flip to the inside. You see that? Now let this sink in, because when you do it, you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what she was doing. I see that. Look at that. Now see how that fuller right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you wanted to gather that. So now you can pull those 2, pull both of them. People say, why you gotta do 2 rows? Just because 2 rows, when you do 2 rows, it's easier, you know, and it looks much better. Now see how it fits? Get that right there. And then do it on the other side. And then you have your sleeve. All you gotta do is come back and stitch it down. So this is a little kind of stuff that's kind of tedious. But if you want to challenge yourself to do a little sleeve, it's worth it. I'm trying to get that thread out so I can pull it. It's got to be either the 2 threads on the top or the 2 threads on the bottom. See how I'm pulling that? Just distribute it out evenly. Because you don't want one space that's got a big patch of gathers and then a space next to it, you know, flat. So I come back. See how that's even now?
Mm-hmm.
So if you see something, I think practicing with little kids' clothes is fun. It's kind of tedious. See how little that little hole? But if it was your arm, it'll be just right, right? Now look. So when I go to the machine,
Now I know why they charge you the same. Clothes. and the glue up. And I'm like, why?
It's just as much work.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, it's
More
just
work.
as much work. I think it's more with little kids because you gotta get in those little nooks and crannies,
Yeah.
and it's hard.
You're just
God forbid,
$20.
doll baby clothes.
You know. Yeah.
You know, doll baby clothes, oh man, they're so tiny, and it's so time consuming because you gotta get the little detail in there.
Yeah, ready before my daughter.
Okay. Give me 1 minute, I'm gonna show you this.
Yes.
Give me about 1 minute to stitch around here. Back tacking. Now, with this sleeve, I always start at the bottom, under the arm, and come all the way around. If you stitch on that, see how I can stitch over that pin? If you stitch on that first row of stitching that you did the gather on, you know that's that 5/8, right? So just stitch on top of it, and you won't see it when you flip it over. Okay. And you can still, if you see any other gathers bunching up too much in one spot, you still got time to adjust it a little bit. I'm coming around. See how I'm staying at my 5/8 of an inch seam allowance? Can you see that, Miss Linda, over there? Okay. And then what I usually do is come back. If I start over right here, I usually come right back around it again or just back tack it. Because this is another area of stress
Right.
that, you know, gonna be cool.
Especially kids.
So what you got?
Mm-hmm. Do you have a sleeve up there?
Yeah.
Yes. With the gathering is on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you got almost a jacket. You see that?
Wow.
So you do the now all I got left is to put the other sleeve in. I put the collar on and the facing, and then I'll
On the buttons or no? No.
it does
has
call
buttons
for
on the
buttons.
top.
Yeah. So I'll show you how to do little buttons. So isn't that sweet? That could be a little Easter outfit.